Ecclesiastes 3 and 4. A time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance. Ka halayim la Yahweh ba'ashem Yahushai ba'ashem Makah Kwadash. Thanks to all the teachers out there in Israel, the real teachers, starting with the apostles of GMS and the other camps that teach the same doctrine. Yeah, right now we're not in a time to take a break from the truth. We're not in a time to stop and buy land or, give excuses. We can't say, oh, I can't make it to camp this week. I'm real busy. Even the birds work every day, man. You hear those birds singing? Every day hustle. So let's take a look at why we shouldn't be taking a break. Look at all this information, man. The first article says, go back to your country. Woman's racist bus ramp filmed in NY. Okay, and if you know anything about anything, most of these white people, I'd say in the United States, about 70% of them, they're not Edomites. So that stupid woman could have been one of us, and she thinks that she's white. So that's something to cry about. Japan to restart nuclear plant near Tokyo damaged in 2011 quake and tsunami. That shit's, the Fukushima radiation is over here in the Pacific Ocean. I mean, there's just so much things. Luke 14 and 11. For whosoever exalteth himself shall be abased, and he that humbleth himself shall be exalted. Why do you need to take a break anyways? Oh, I've been working too hard for the Lord anyways. You've been working too hard for fucking Esau. And I like saying it like that because Sal is a female pig. Esau. Because he's a homosexual spirit. She's wicked. For whosoever exalteth himself shall be abased. You're taking breaks for whatever reason. Obviously goes back to you exalting yourself. Or it roots from that. Oh, I've been working too hard. Oh, I've been doing this, I've been doing that. Look, today is on the so-called Gregorian calendar, July the 4th. And these motherfuckers are celebrating tonight. I mean, as soon as the sun goes down, or whenever they want. This is their day. This is Esau's day. This is Edom's day. I'm not at work because they gave me the day off, paid. But does that mean that I'm going to exalt myself? I know for a fact that if the economy goes bad and the company has to downsize, regardless of how hard I work and how much I get done and how much they say, oh, he's doing great, he's just doing great, I will be one of the first ones to get fired. Because it's just the story of my life, man. I don't expect nothing more. That actually makes me feel real good about myself. It lets me know that even though I'm suffering all these consequences of being in the truth, and let's just call them consequences, we know they're demons. But I still keep working. And even though I know I might get fired one day, but I don't go to work and thinking, oh, I'm gonna get me this new Dodge RT truck. Sure, I can right now, but like I said, the economy is gonna tank. What the hell would I benefit from having an extra payment? just so I can exalt myself. Oh man, I look nice in this new truck. And he that humbleth himself shall be exalted. You have to be a man of a humble spirit to do the work. To do the work. Because look at all we're facing. Look at all these powers and demons and shit. This one says you cannot be serious, with the pun intended and a wordplay. They separated the words. Siri being the artificial intelligence of the iPhone and Apple, and us being the remainder of that word. So that lets you know that they're spying on you. What the hell are you taking breaks off for? You don't have nothing to say? You can't make a video on this? Each one of these articles deserves merits of a video. Each one. You're just not doing the right work. Of course you're tired. The devil has fucking work for you to do too. And you're doing it. Look, man, I do the devil's work. I go to his office, I clock in, I fucking accept the rules he changes on the spot. I go through the ringer. But just because I'm in an office doesn't mean that I'm not fucking busting my ass. Yeah, they took me out of the field and I don't work that hard anymore, but that's not gonna last. I still have it in me to do the intense labor that Ishikar does. I can still put my shoulder down to the field. That's what I'm doing right now. Trump considered invading Venezuela at height of political crisis. You can't do a video on that, on this guy being the devil. That's just a bunch of bullshit. And I'm going to close it out on this. Jeremiah 15:18. Why is my pain perpetual and my wound incurable, which refuseth to be healed? Wilt thou be altogether unto me as a liar, and as waters that fail? Okay, man, look at all these things that are going on, man. There's not nothing that you can complain about. There's nothing that you can complain about. The Pentagon's new mission statement, neo-colonialism and hegemony unmasked. Look at all these things going on. All these things going on. Some of them are distracting. Look at this robotic cockroach. Why? Because this is an espionage tool, man. First of all, and lastly, and most importantly, all those three combined, if you just happen to come across and you never ever heard of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, you never ever heard of the brothers teaching on the streets, you never ever even thought about opening Bible, if you come across one of these camp videos, any camp video, anyone, you are put on a list. Okay, there's still the Project Megiddo going on. Alright? And look at all these things I'm gonna try to do 2 more for sure. But look at all these videos. I might just do as many as I can today, because I'm not celebrating no fucking fireworks. Why is my pain perpetual and my wound incurable, which refuses to be healed? Because you don't want to hearken to the word. Wilt thou be altogether unto me as a liar? Man, because you took an oath when you came into this truth to do the works, to feed the lambs, to feed the sheep. If you're a pastor and you take a month off of feeding your flock, your fucking flock is dead. Not only is it dead, it's scattered. Okay? Because who's gonna take care of your flock for you? You were already in the first place taking care of someone else's flock, and now you abandon your master's flock to do whatever you want to do. You just killed yourself. And as waters that fail is stagnant water. Can't bring life to nothing. You can't. Water needs to be not stagnant. It needs to continuously move. It needs to continuously move so that it can have oxygen throughout all the cells, and the oxygen cleans up the water. And then you have to have fish in the water. Man, you have to have all kinds of organisms in the water, okay? You're just part of one thing. And if you take away that one element to the whole system of elements, you just fucked up the whole ecosystem. So, Shalak Rayam to all you who fell out. Shalak Satan, Shalak Shatan, Shalak Shatan, Shalak Rayam to all of you who don't want to do the work. You better get right. And if you just came in, that is not for you. It's for people that have been in and say that they're part of Israel and they don't want to do it. With that I say Shalom.